Hello, I'm excited to share something positive about my sciatic nerve problem. I describe how I felt and how I try to deal with this pain over the time since it started some time ago. Uh, my assumption it was related to car accidents that messed up my spine. So I never received proper treatment or exercise a program according to my particular type of body and back. So I've been through some lousy practitioners who applied techniques that they know it works on other people, but they didn't really study the x-rays and the doctor's reports to read what's going on in my body. And they put me through the cookie cutter or to the same process, and they gave me to do massage which hurted more. I've been through chiropractors. Chiropractors helped with the temporary relief, but nobody addressed the root cause of my back pain. And the car accidents just got these things worse, and um, it builds up, and with the aging it's not getting any better. And when you have an injured body, it starts to disable you from moving towards healing. That's from my experience, and from the it's a logic way of looking at the problem. Uh, so the aging body, it's already slower. It does not have the vitality and the energy, the mental energy to think of something that makes the body start moving and rolling and doing stuff that naturally younger people do, like trying to climb the trees. Like when I was younger, I wanted to climb the tree, hike the mountains, ride a horse, or I don't know, other people do other things. But myself, I was feeling that energy to stay active. Other people might want to spend that vitality into painting, into drawing, into dancing, writing music, playing video games and stuff. It's a mental energy that need to be properly balanced. Like you give the body some of that, and put the body to move the way it's supposed to be, the way it's designed. Some people want to please the mind only, and they neglect the body, and it's very common, especially when you have so many sources of entertainment for the mind. If you live in a big city with a lot of media sources and lots of ways to distract yourself, like movies, restaurants, and stuff that are not always the healthiest, are helping the mind to feel some pleasure. Generally, is the lack of self-love leads people to seek this type of feelings, and there are so many providers of pleasure. You go into a big town, you get all sort of little stores, big stores. They all want to sell you something that makes you feel good, and shopping cure. That's a therapy, shopping therapy. You know, it's not actually a therapy. It's a bullshit. It's a it's a way of fooling the brain that it's, or the mind, looking for that love, and trying to find something that mimic the love, which is now a dopamine that people get out of shopping experience. So that's a separate topic, but it all connects to maintaining a good body, physical health. Now, I live in a city, and temptations got me into neglecting my body for a bit, and like I said, aging and car accidents and stuff. Then I got a work accident, and a messed up spine was just needed a work accident, like a bad lifting stuff or twisting the way it happened, and I messed up some lower back vertebrae, like a disc, and I'm trying to deal with worker compensation insurance company, which are some bureaucrats who try to reject every claim they can. Probably they get bigger bonuses. I don't know how they work, but it's a clear push to reject those people claims who have legitimate pain and suffering because of maybe bad work practices or unsafe work environment, all that. I see stuff all the time when I go to different customers. I see people dealing with injuries and living on pills, other people doing unsafe work. It's a pretty wild out there, but it's not being made too public. Nobody is going to go around with the camera and show how unsafe some people work, or not because they want to, but because they are asked to. And it's not very comforting to know that I live in Canada, one of the most civilized countries in the world, and people are exposed to work injuries. That's not really what the Canada appears to the world. Now moving back to the sciatic pain trouble, how it happened, it happened, and now I deal with outcome. And in the morning, I'm trying to get up and start moving and go for some walk, and I decided to go for my first acupuncture session. I never had this type of treatment. I thought I stay away from needle and I don't need it. It's like I'm a pretty healthy person, so I never sought the type of treatment, and I try to avoid dry needle. I was suggested by 2 physiotherapists dry needles because they tried some procedure that actually got me hurt, and I realized that they don't really know what they are doing, or no, let's say they know what they are doing, but they don't know what they are dealing with. I think it's a better way to put this type of stuff. I offered to show them the MRI scan. What? Do you think I'm from different planet? No, I was trained here on Earth to deal with patients by very standard troubles. Okay, so you have sciatic nerve problem. Okay, we identify. Okay, it comes from the L5 or something. We identify that, and okay, we'll do some heat pads. We'll do this type of treatment, some stretches, some exercises, strengthen the glutes, and we test, strength test some of the muscle to see why you have this problem and stuff, but they don't really narrow it down where the nerve is getting pinched. Is it in the butt, in the and around the glute area, on the hip area? It's where the nerve is being pinched, or is pinched right at the roots, coming out of the lumbar vertebrae. And I had to troubleshoot myself and look online on YouTube for certain videos that describe the problem, like a number of videos being shared online. Let me see where the heck I'm going, because I see they installed a fence which was not here before. I want to go to a short walk. I just came from 4+4 kilometer walk, and that helps me to avoid the pain. Okay, so now I see. Okay, but This is too steep for me. I need to go that way. So going back to the acupuncture, I kept reading, and I learned by reading, not because someone really told me. The physiotherapist told me. Actually, the last physiotherapist asked me to write an email with my complaints. 3 days later, I still don't get any answer. Are they taking me in for a new approach? Do they have a clear method that works for me? No, I don't know. So what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to go to work on my stuff, and deal with pain like I did yesterday. So yesterday I felt sick because of the pain, dealing with pain while stretching my body, doing stuff in order to complete 2 jobs, and dealing with pain while your mind has to focus on, climbing on stuff and holding on stuff. It's really tiring. It's like and when I got back to the office, I was so tired. I crashed. I lay down on the carpet and I had a power nap. Luckily everyone went home, but I had a power nap, and I had a coffee for 5 o'clock or something, so that got me going. But it was a pain that started to increase over the last week, so it was not getting better, and I was not getting help from physiotherapy. And I talked to someone over the phone, and I asked her, can I do this dry needle? I can go for dry needle. I can go for kinesiotherapy or kinesiology or something. I'm told, no, chiropractor is probably not a good option for you now. While the nerve is irritated and is acting up, you have some spine problem, and you also don't do kinesio right now, and dry needle might be okay for you. I said, okay, maybe, but when the physiotherapist can see me? And I said, yeah, write an email. So the pain got worse, especially with lifting at work and moving stuff and carrying stuff. It did not get better, so I'm injured and I still have to work. And I decided, you know what, I'm told by an acupuncturist that if I get some treatment, some muscle will release the tension, and then with less pain, because it's less muscle tense, I could start some programs like physio and stuff like that, which could help to heal my body. And I thought that really makes sense. I scheduled this acupuncture session for today. It's Saturday, and before I went there, I tried to bend to reach my toes. And when I was about here, even now I can feel the at the back of the leg right here, I can feel a tension and something. It's like the nerve is not fully released. But it was nasty pain. Now I feel it go past, and I can reach my toes. I can reach it, and I feel some stretching at the back, which is good. And before, like 3 hours ago, I tried that test. I tried to put my shoes on, try to dress up, and I said, oh, it's really hurting. Can I really go today? Because I can't drive. Driving, it gets my pain worse, is because of the bumps and the road and potholes and that stuff. It's not good when you have injured disc and nerve root irritation. It's not good for you. And now, after the session, which was about 50 minutes, I see an improvement right away. Right after the session, I can reach my toes, almost there, like almost no pain. And walking back another 4 kilometers from the acupuncturist back to my home, it's a pleasant experience. It's like such a perfect day. Look at that, look at that. So I'm going on a trail which is now repaired by the city, or whoever did that. It's a beautiful job. Look at that, look at that. It's like that's Canada about. It's like you live in a civilized country where they look after the nature. So this is a tree that fell during the probably some years ago storm. They look after the nature. They maintain the wild nature and the virgin stuff, you know, and they help people explore the nature by building trails and stuff. It's like wow. I remember when I was younger, when my kids were like a little babies in the stroller, I would come here with a stroller, right? Because it was still not like with a mesh like that that prevents people sleeping during the icy day or a slippery day. Like today is kind of a rain and slippery, but it's still good. And it's a slippery surface because of the moisture. So I would come here with a stroller during a less rainy day, and I would try to grab the stroller and go here or go this way. And on that bridge there is a little bridge. It might not be related to my sciatica nerve pain. I'm just kind of sharing my excitement and my enjoyment after the acupuncture treatment with a Chinese lady who learned in China, and according to her website she practiced the traditional Chinese medicine for the last 30 years. And this looked like works like a miracle. First session I can walk and I can enjoy this thing, which when you have pain, your brain focuses on the pain and you don't see life the same way. It's different. You see, I'm excited, like whoa, I'm high on happiness. It's really good. And I would come here with my daughter and take her out of the stroller and do this. I can keep my daughter in my arms and sit like that with the kid on my chest. And she was sleeping, like, and I would fall asleep until someone was walking the dog and going by, and I could wake up. I was not like a deep sleep, but it was like so pleasant to listen to the creek and feel the baby having a good nap. It was so connecting. And the thing is, those experiences fade away, and when you, and not only those, there are many other experiences fade away, and now the age is coming, or the pain coming, or a work accident or car accident, or someone gets you into some life trouble, and you suffer. And now the mind is overwhelmed, and those fresh emotions caused by pain are fresh in your mind. And if they are strong, like nasty pain, they dull the old memories. You have to relive those old memories. Let's say go skiing again, or go love again, or have a baby in your arms again, and walk the dog, or whatever makes you happy. You have to relive those, otherwise the pain is dulling those moments. And living with pain gets you tired all the times, gets you emotionless all the time. And lots of people end up in addictions. They want to get a better life, and this pain gets you into depressive thoughts. Look at that. I haven't seen this once since last year, 2 years ago, something. And now I have to experience these things again, like walking this trail, this beautiful trail, and near this nice creek, and it's not summer yet when I see different wild plants and green stuff. It's not yet. It's still 2nd of April 2022, and I feel happiness. I feel happiness because I got rid of the pain, and now I feel like okay, I have a body that's not aching, not screaming, and is not bugging me, so I can focus my main brain, my mind, if we want to call it mind, to something pleasant about life, about experiencing life. So to conclude the video, if you have pain for a long time, if you were tempted to take painkiller, live on painkiller, or even something stronger that gets you out of pain and makes you avoid the depressive thoughts, because the depressive thoughts come when you live with pain, then it's very easy to grow a depressive thought. If you have depression previously, or if you are developing depression, if you watch news, if it happens to you pay attention to the news, those will generate depressive thoughts, anxiety, then depressive thoughts. Now you have pain, and your mind is full of nasty information related to suffering, pain and stuff, especially when they show you war and stuff. Now you take those thoughts, and since the mind is full of that, you don't have too many pleasant thoughts, because you deal with pain and you distance yourself from pleasure, from feeling good. And now you take those thoughts about fear, about wars and COVID and stuff, and you start mixing shit in your head, and you start making and amplifying those emotions, because you don't have the mind power or the wisdom to replace those thoughts with something pleasant and beautiful and love. You don't know that. Nobody teaches you that. So in order to avoid getting into downfall and getting into pills and addictions, I've seen people getting addicted to oxycontin, some stupid stuff that get people addicted. You don't want to end up doing that. So before things happen, you attack the root problem, deal with the pain, and use any options that are available to you, like acupuncture, like I'm using now. And you see, I'm hiking a little bit. It's not much, but I keep going, I keep moving. When I get home, I'm going to do some push-ups, and I'm going to do other physio exercises, the ones that I know they won't hurt. I don't do the ones that were recommended, and I know they are not very smart, because they compress my injured vertebrae and discs. I don't do everything that I'm told. I need to think. That's why I have a brain. And I'm going to work on my glutes for a little. And yeah, so I'm working on myself, on my body. I can go back to my old life and enjoy some adventures, which I had to postpone for the last 2 years. It was COVID, and it was body injuries for more than 2 years. Yeah. Now I want to go back to feel that life. Yes, see you later. Life is good when there's no pain.